JP poll time, week 2 edition. A quick refresher. This is not a ranking system. This is not how I would fill out an AP ballot if I were on the playoff committee. This is not how I would rank the teams. For instance, we started out this season with Cincinnati at 18. I would never rank Cincinnati at 18. I power rated them at 18. The only purpose behind this thing is to tell you who I would favor against who, or whomst I would favor against whomst on a neutral field. So what we like to do is go 25 to 1. I'm going to give it to you really quick. We don't spend like 15 minutes on this because it's kind of pretentious to do so, if labeling a poll with your own initials is not already pretentious enough. So let's go 25 to 21 here. Minnesota did not fall very far. In fact, Minnesota, their grade, which I don't show you, I just show you their ranking, did not fall at all because they performed as we expected them to perform against Ohio State. They fell 2 spots because a couple of teams we had to bump up. So Minnesota's at 25. Auburn hops into the 25 or 24 spot. They hop 5 spots up. They are at number 24. Michigan is ranked. I hate that they lost Ronnie Bell because he's worth a little something to us as a player in terms of just raw point total. Michigan's at 23. They hopped up 4 spots. One of the big fallers was Miami. You got to be careful with this stuff because there is a steep drop-off point past about the 4th or 5th or 6th team in the country where Alabama's going to blow anyone out. And so it doesn't matter if you're ranked 8th or 18th or 28th. They'll just put the same looking final score on you. So we are careful with this. I'm not dropping Miami off a cliff. They did drop a couple spots, and then they dropped a couple more spots, it looks like, because teams rose above them. So Miami's at 22. Iowa is at 21. Going to talk a lot more about Iowa coming up later in the show. Top 20 time here. LSU, we dropped them as far as any team we dropped in the entire poll this week. In fact, they were the biggest mover of any team. It is very rare that you see a 10-point change on our board. But we dropped LSU from 10 to 20. That has a lot to do with intangibles as well as tangibles. North Carolina is at 19. We dropped them 7 spots. That's another big drop. Our biggest moves are week 1 to week 2. So this is probably one of the last times you'll ever see moves this big. Utah is at 18, virtually unchanged. Southern Cal bumped up a couple of spots to 17. TCU, we are very high on. TCU, I wish I could have gotten the bet out to you. I bet them at 8 this week. They're at 10.5 now, so it's not going to be a ramen noodle pick. But I love TCU right now. They're at 16. Bumping it up into the top 15, the Oregon Ducks going on the road this week to Ohio State. I've got them at 15. That is down 4 spots. Now, the model, as I told you, was kind of confused because the model looked at Oregon's relative lack of efficiency against Fresno, and it did what it did. I looked at it, and I think there's more there, but this is the model's poll. This is not my poll. Texas jumps up pretty big time. They are up 8 spots to number 14, and they got another shot this week to impress even more against Arkansas. Number 13 is Florida. They're up 2 spots. Wisconsin dropped 4 spots. I know a lot of you are going to look at that and think we didn't drop them enough. It was a competitive game. And they were 1 for 4 in the red zone. That's the kind of stuff that in terms of future predictability doesn't always carry over. So we got Wisconsin at 12. Notre Dame is at 11. Probably be some controversy there too. I happen to think that it was pretty impressive they held on the other night. And then we get to the top 10. Anyone stay up last night through all the targeting penalties? Anyone watch the Labor Day night game? Ole Miss was there. Ole Miss won convincingly. Man, one of the running backs knocked a kid into another time zone down to the goal line when I think a lot of folks on defense thought the game was over and running back didn't think it was over. Anyway, we got Ole Miss at 10. Had him at 14. AP didn't even have him ranked. So everyone, as we told you after week 1, we dialed it out for you. I said after week 1, the AP will have him ranked. Well, it is after week 1. The AP came out today. They have them ranked. They're still not high enough on them. We got Ole Miss at number 10. And I would put it to you like this. Find me 10 other teams that you would pick confidently over Ole Miss if they played tomorrow neutral field. Given how impressive and improved their defense looked last night and knowing what Ole Miss is offensively. They didn't have Lane Kiffin calling plays last night. That's a big deal. They can tell you all they want to about Jeff Lebby. That's a big deal. So Ole Miss at number 10. Cincinnati's a huge riser. The model screwed up on Cincinnati. I'll apologize for the model, but I don't want to take blame. It's the model's fault. So we have corrected for Cincinnati. They're number 9 now. Iowa State is at number 8. They are down 2 spots. Struggled against Northern Iowa. More on that in a second. And then we got Penn State at number 7. Penn State, I am going to warn them. Ball State is going to come in there Saturday. And you're coming off the Wisconsin game, and you got Auburn on deck, and Ball State's a 22-point underdog. Do what you're supposed to do. from the model and myself to you. Do what you're supposed to do. Texas A&M is at number 6. For the rest of the way, it's almost unchanged. So let's go quickly top 5. Oklahoma is down 3 spots. That's the biggest fall at number 5. Still got questions at quarterback. I dialed it out for you in great detail the other night. I'm not going to go down that road again. Clemson at number 4. Ohio State at number 3. Georgia is up 3 spots. The number 1 and 2 teams in the country are Alabama and Georgia. So as far as that goes, we agree with the AP. Quickly to wrap it up, I think Jesse made a fancy full screen for you. I don't show you the entire top 25 again, but it is Bama, Georgia, 1, 2, and there you see the entire top 10. For the record, Ole Miss at number 10. That's about as high as I've seen anyone have them ranked. We feel good about Ole Miss right now.